Hey friends, welcome to today's video. Today I am sharing 8 products that I use when I want to have a flawless makeup day. When I want my makeup to just look good, I want to feel my best. Maybe I have a special event, maybe I have a photo shoot. I just want to look really good and I've got the time to put into my makeup. So I am going to be sharing 8 products. I'm also going to share what I love about these products. In case you don't have this specific product, you can look at what you already have and probably find something that will work. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's talk about foundation. There are 2 foundations that I go to when I want to have a flawless full coverage look, but I don't want to look heavy. I don't want to look cakey. And that is the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. No surprise there. And the other is the Hourglass Soft Ambient Glow Foundation. I'm going to put a photo of it right here because my bottle is actually at home. I don't have it here. These 2 foundations, in my opinion, are just the best for a full coverage that doesn't look heavy, soft, natural matte finish that stays matte and wears all day. And they also both minimize pores and smooth out texture on the skin. It gives you a very airbrushed look. Like these 2 foundations to me look like makeup did when I would do airbrush makeup on brides. Everyone was really into airbrush makeup because it was long wearing, it was mattifying, and it was very light. I feel like this is the same look in these 2 foundations. So these are my go-to. I'm the shade 2.5 Neutral in the Dior Forever. I can't recall off the top of my head what I am in the Hourglass, but I will list it down below. Okay, so next up we're going to talk about lips. Lips is a part of the makeup application that I can get really lazy on and just grab something real sheer and throw it on just to get out the door. It is the product that I touch up with throughout the day the most, so I tend to kind of just keep it really simple and easy. But on the days that I want to look my best, I want a whole lip situation. I want full, voluptuous lips. And one of my favorite lip plumpers is by City Beauty. I do want to thank them for partnering with me on this portion of the video. Their City Lips right now is buy one, get one free on their website. And I'm going to go over all the promo details here in a second. But what I love about these, they have it in a gloss formula, and then they also have it in a matte formula. Both are plumping to the lips. Both are super comfortable on the lips. They have a very slight, kind of minty sensation, but it doesn't tingle or irritate the lips at all like some other lip plumpers that I've used. My favorite shades in the gloss are the clear. I have the clear on today. And then also the shade San Diego, which is a really pretty goldy pink, and it has really fine pearlescence to it. I have that one at home, otherwise I would show you here. But what I love about that one is it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's super, super refined. So it's not like glitter or sparkle, but when you put it on the lips, it just makes the lips look so glossy and full. These are very hydrating formulas. The gloss has hyaluronic acid spheres in it, which really just attract a lot of moisture and hydrate the lips. The City Matte, which I was so interested to learn about this product because I haven't really come across a matte lip cream that is also a lip plumper. These are also hydrating to the lips. Both of them just minimize texture on the lips, so smooth out fine lines or texture. I have really dry lips, so I have you can see texture on my lips. These really minimize it. This is the shade Pink Taupe. This is what I have on my lips. This is a very, very lightweight formula. It's just very lightweight. And I didn't even use a lip liner today. You can use the tip of it to kind of create the shape of the lip. I just put this on and I let it kind of sit and dry for maybe about 60 seconds, maybe a minute and a half. And then I went over it with the clear City Lips. Okay, so let's talk promo details. I'm going to list a few other shades that I like down below, but my kind of go-tos are the clear, the San Diego, and the gloss, and then Pink Taupe and the matte. Okay, so details. So buy one, get one free now through the 31st. Basically, you just have to add it to your cart. So if you put 2 in your cart, you're going to get it for the price of 1. If you put 4 in your cart, you're going to get it for the price of the 2. If you put 6 in your cart, you're going to get it for the price of 3. So it's a really great deal. Everyone loves these. I was kind of late to jump on the game. I'd seen them talked about by lots of my friends here on YouTube for a while, I would say a couple years, and I finally gave them a try maybe a year or so ago, and I love them. Oh, before I forget, use the code LisaJ50 to get the buy one, get one promotion. So I'm going to put it here on the screen, and I'm also going to have it down in the description box below, LisaJ50. Okay, next up, the concealer that I go to when I really just want to have a flawless, sealed, brightened under eye look that needs to look good all day is the Bobbi Brown Skin Full Cover. I really love this concealer. I have several concealers that I like, I mean, obviously I try and use so many products, but this is the one that I find myself always going to when I just want that flawless, like I don't need to worry about it, it's gonna look good all day look. So what I love about it, this concealer is really full coverage, but it's very hydrating too. So it doesn't dry and look heavy under the eyes. It doesn't magnify texture. A lot of full coverage concealers can be very thick in consistency, which might look good when you initially apply it, but as the day progresses, you'll look in the mirror, you'll notice texture under your eyes that you didn't even know you had. You know what I'm saying? It'll just take whatever's there and magnify it. This does not do it. A little bit of this goes a very long way. I am the shade beige in this, and this happens to be a perfect shade for me. It's got a little bit of peachiness to it, so it cancels out darkness, but also conceals and brightens under the eye. I love it. It's so easy to blend out and it lasts all day. Okay, let's talk about blush. I love, absolutely love a pinky peach cream blush on the cheeks. I think that it is just complimentary on everyone. It gives a lot of youthfulness to the skin and to the face. It just brightens up the face. The texture of a cream blush naturally highlights the skin without needing any shimmer or pearlescence, which we know can sometimes magnify pores or texture on the cheeks. Now, I have a few of them that are good, and I'm going to link several options down below, including some drugstore options down below. But for the sake of sharing, what type of blush I'm describing, I grabbed my current new favorite, which is the Jane Iredale Glow Time Blush Stick in the shade Balmy. Oh, this is just a dream. I love this color. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna swatch it. I have it on my cheeks right now. What I love about this is that it's very customizable. So you can get a lot of like punch of color on the cheeks if you want. You can also get something very sheer. Depending on how you apply it is also going to impact your results. So if you apply it directly to the skin, and I'm gonna show both methods here for you. If you apply it directly to the skin and then blend out, you're gonna get more pigment right off the bat. I will say go with a brush that's a little more dense to blend it out if you do that technique, because you're going to have that product there and you really want to blend it out before it has time to dry or set. It never really fully dries, but you're going to want to blend it out before it has time to set too much. So you need something that's dense enough to do that. When I did that, I used the BK Beauty 113. This is dense enough. I also like to take my brush and go to the product and then to the skin. That's typically how you see me apply cream blush sticks. And the reason I like to do that is because it slowly builds color and it just gives you more control. It is going to take you a little longer to build color if you want a lot of color, but it just gives you more control. And I like to use the BK Beauty 112 brush for that. Now, this is a softer, fluffier brush, so I would recommend doing this technique, but if you want a dense brush to blend out quickly, you can use the 113. Okay, let's talk about eyes. Now I have, essentially this is two products, but it's kind of one technique, and that's tight lining the eye. Tight lining the eye is essentially lining the water line of your eye. Now I want to give a little disclaimer about this. I used to line my inner rim with a brightening pencil all the time. And I talked about it a lot here on YouTube. And so that is one of my tips here. When I want to look my best or I have a special event, I will do this technique. I just think it opens the eye, it brightens the eye. The trick is using a deeper shadow underneath. I particularly like something with a little bit of shimmer and creating a smokier, darker line below it versus a harsh pencil line below it. This just gives a softer look and makes it look more natural. But this just brightens the eye, it opens the eye. Now, with this is something I recently learned. I've complained about my dry eye over the years. I actually had a little procedure done maybe 6 or 8 months ago where they put this, my optometrist did it, and I forget the name of it, the procedure I had. But anyway, they put this little thing on your eye and it just warms up the eye, and your eyes open, actually, your eyes open, and it kind of massages that. And the idea is that it's supposed to help with dry eye because one of the culprits for dry eye is having clogged little oil glands right there. We have oil glands right here in the inner rim of our eye and up, and that secretes oil to help lubricate the eye. So when we have dry eye, typically those oil glands aren't operating or they're clogged. I didn't know this, but they get clogged over years and years with makeup, with pollution, with just environmental, everything that just gets into our eyes. I did not know that. So that made me think twice about always tight lining or lining the inner rim of my eye. So I don't do this as much as I used to because, again, I have this issue with my eyes, but I do think that it makes all the difference when you do it. This one is a really great option. This is the Sephora 12-Hour Colorful collection, and this is the shade Coconut. You want to find something that is a brighter color but warm. You don't want to go with anything white, and you don't want to go anything too yellow or too pink. This is the perfect shade right here. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my hand. Also tight lining the upper waterline, so underneath your lashes. You can use black, you can use a rich brown. Today I used the 24-Hour Glide On pencil in the shade Bourbon. It's a really rich, kind of chocolatey bronze shade. So what this does is, if you tend to have a really light waterline, and I do, mine is like a light pink, when you put your mascara on and you line your upper lid, you can kind of still see that lightness through your lashes. So lining it darker is just going to give the illusion of a richer, thicker lash line. And that makes all the difference. It's a very like subtle tip, and it's one that's easy to skip, but when you do it, it makes all the difference in your eye makeup. Okay, I've got 2 more products for you guys. So when I want to look my best, I will typically grab this product. This is the Ambient Brilliant Strobe Light. And let me tell you what I love about it, because it's kind of unnecessary to go spend the money on this just for this purpose. But what I love about it, so you can find an alternative, is it's a powder highlighter. It's got shimmer to it, but it is the softest shimmer in a powder. It's like one of the softest that I've seen. It's still consistent. It doesn't skip and it's not chunky. It almost, I mean, to me, it looks like using a liquid highlighter or a cream highlighter. The way that it lays on the skin is very, very soft. So what this does is it highlights wherever you place it. Placement is important. I like to place it kind of on my temples and then right here, like at the top of my cheekbone, or right there. You can place a little bit on, the bridge of your nose. You can always, highlight the chin, highlight the forehead. If you highlight right above the brow, it's going to kind of lift the brow. I like to take this and apply it underneath my brow as my brow highlight. And I also like to apply it in the inner corner of the eye. Doing that is just going to help like open up and brighten up the eye in a very subtle way. You will want to avoid a heavy, frosty, shimmery powder shadow. That's just not going to look cute. Find something very soft, something with a very sheer shimmer, which is how I would describe this. I'm thinking of a drugstore option that's coming to mind. Milani's Baked Highlighters are a really great option as well. They kind of have that same effect. You also want to find one that has that the color's not too silvery. Okay, so I like that for this reason. This is the color Brilliant, by the way. But yeah, I like to use this and kind of place like that in the inner corner, above the brow, underneath the brow, here, and just in the bridge of the nose. It just gives that extra glow to the skin, and it looks beautiful in photographs. Okay, the last product that I have is a must if you want your makeup to last all day and look good all day, and that is the setting spray. And this one from Charlotte Tilbury, this is probably my 2nd or 3rd bottle. It's the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is a really great one to just lock everything in. There are so many different setting sprays for different types of purposes: hydrating, glowy, matte, oil controlling. This is like just setting it all, and it just puts this veil over your makeup, and it keeps your makeup looking good all day long. So this is a really great option. So those are my 8 products when I want to look my best, when I want to have a really good makeup day and I want my makeup to last all day. I will have everything that I use listed and linked in the description box, along with City Beauty's buy one, get one free City Lips promotion that's happening now through the 31st. Make sure you use Lisa J50 to get that promo. They are as good as the hype is, guys. I promise you. Trust me. I had seen them talked about for a couple years before I tried them, and when I tried them, I was like, okay, this is the best lip plumper I think I've tried. I love it. So it's a good time to stock up on them if you already use them, or to pick them up and give them a try. All right, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, and I'll see you in my next video.